Every time you swipe your credit card to earn a 2% cashback reward, you are essentially handing the bank a 16% tip on your own life. We have been conditioned to believe that credit cards are a tool for the financially savvy, that if you just pay your balance in full every month, you are winning the game by playing with the bank's money. This is a mathematical hallucination. The standard advice from every financial influencer and points guy on the internet is that you are leaving money on the table if you use cash or debit. They are lying to you. In fact, if you follow this advice, you are falling for a psychological trap designed by the most sophisticated data scientists on the planet. Today, I am going to prove to you with brutal, cold-blooded arithmetic that the cash-back reward system is a multi-billion-dollar scam designed to disconnect your brain from the reality of your wealth. I'm going to show you why playing the points game is mathematically destined to make you spend more, save less, and remain a high-value target for the banking industrial complex. You aren't hacking the system. The system is using a 2% carrot to lead you into an 18% slaughterhouse. The reason you fell for this trap is rooted in a psychological phenomenon known as coupled versus uncoupled spending, combined with the pain of paying theory. Humans are biologically wired to feel a physical discomfort when we part with our resources. When you hand over a crisp $100 bill, your brain's insular cortex, the same area that registers physical pain, activates. You feel the loss. Credit cards were designed to uncouple the pleasure of the purchase from the pain of the payment. The system exploits this by adding a reward layer. By telling you that you are earning 2% back, the bank effectively flips the script. Your brain no longer registers a loss, it registers a gain. This is gamification at its most predatory. You have been validated by a society that views credit scores as a proxy for human worth, so you don't feel the sting of the increased consumption. But you should. The system was designed to lower your psychological barriers. A consumer who doesn't feel the pain of paying is a consumer who buys the premium version, orders the appetizer, and upgrades the flight. It is not your fault you feel the urge to swipe. You are fighting a neurological war where the banks have all the heavy artillery and you are standing there with a plastic rectangle. Let's look at the hidden math that the credit card commercials conveniently omit. We're going to look at scenario A, the points pro. We will call him Rewards Tobi. Tobi earns $80,000 a year. He is disciplined. He puts every single expense on his 2% cashback card to maximize his rewards. Tobi spends $5,000 a month. At the end of the year, Tobi has spent $60,000 and receives a reward check of $1,200. Tobi feels like a genius. He tells his friends he just got a free vacation. But here is the frictionless math Tobi ignored. Numerous peer-reviewed studies from institutions like MIT and Dun & Bradstreet have proven that people spend significantly more when using credit versus cash. The average increase between 12 and 18%. If Tobi had used a medium that triggered the pain of paying, like cash or a locked debit account, his psychological barriers would have kept his spending at roughly $4,200 a month instead of $5,000. By maximizing his points, Tobi spent an extra $800 a month or $9,600 a year just to chase a $1,200 reward. Tobi didn't earn $1,200. He paid $8,400 in consumption friction for the privilege of feeling smart. He is mathematically poorer than the person who used cash and earned 0 points. Now, let's look at scenario B, the truth. This is Friction Larry. Larry knows that his brain is a liability. He understands that the bank isn't giving him 2% back out of the goodness of their heart. They're doing it because they know it increases his average order value. Larry uses a cash envelope system or a strict digital envelope equivalent. He spends exactly what he intends to spend because he feels every dollar leave his hand. Larry spends $45,000 a year for the exact same lifestyle Tobi has. Larry has $15,000 more in his brokerage account than Tobi at the end of the year. While Tobi is bragging about his $1,200 free flight, Larry is watching his $15,000 compound at 8% in the market. In 10 years, Larry's boring cash strategy has created a wealth gap of over $200,000 between him and Tobi. Larry didn't need a rewards program. He needed a psychological defense mechanism. Consider the real-life case of Tobi. Tobi is 35 years old and obsessed with travel hacking. He has 7 different cards, each for a specific category: 4% on gas, 3% on dining, 2% on everything else. In 2026, Tobi spends 40 hours a year managing his statements, shifting balances, and researching redemption values. He values his time at $50 an hour, meaning he is spending $2,000 worth of his life's energy to manage his cards. One month, Tobi gets busy at work and misses a single payment deadline. The bank hits him with a $35 late fee and an interest charge on his average daily balance. Because credit card interest is calculated based on the entire balance if not paid in full, Tobi is charged 24% on $5,000, even though he was only late on $100. That one mistake wipes out 3 months of his hard-earned rewards. Tobi is a high-wire act. He is performing free labor for the bank, managing their data, categorizing his own spending, and acting as their unpaid accountant, all for a reward that is mathematically offset by a single human error. The reality check is this: credit card rewards are a loss leader for the banks. They are willing to lose 2% on a transactor like Tobi because they know it increases their average order value for the merchants who pay the bank's interchange fees. Furthermore, the system relies on the float. By encouraging you to spend money you haven't technically earned yet, they keep you in a state of pre-debt. Even if you pay it off every month, you are living your life in arrears. You are spending next month's labor to pay for last month's dinner. This prevents you from ever truly feeling the 0 point of your wealth. To beat the system, you must adopt a high-friction financial strategy. First, stop the points delusion. Accept that you are not smarter than the 5,000 PhD behavioral economists employed by Visa and MasterCard. If you use the card, you will spend more. It is a biological certainty. Second, implement tactile spending. For variable expenses, dining, entertainment, and groceries, use a medium that hurts. If you can't bring yourself to use physical cash in 2026, use a dedicated debit card with a hard limit that sends a push notification every time a dollar is spent. Force your brain to acknowledge the loss in real time. Third, understand the merchant tax. You might think you're winning because you get 2% back, but merchants raise their prices by 3 to 5% to cover the credit card processing fees. You are already paying for your own rewards through higher prices. When you use a credit card, you are just trying to get a small discount on a price hike that was caused by credit cards in the first place. The only way to win is to consume less, not to earn more back on what you do consume. Fourth, value your cognitive bandwidth. The mental energy required to track points, categories, and expiration dates is a form of shadow work. Reclaim that energy and put it into your career or your own business. A 5% raise at work is worth infinitely more than a 5% category bonus on your rotating quarterly rewards. The credit card scam is effective because it exploits your desire to be one of the smart ones. It makes you feel like an insider who is gaming the system while the system is actually gaming your biology. It turns your spending habits into a hobby, ensuring that you are always thinking about your next purchase and how to maximize it. You are being sold the dream of free travel and easy money so you don't notice the 15% luxury tax you are placing on your own life through increased consumption. Your credit card is not a tool. It is a laboratory instrument used to study and manipulate your impulses. Real freedom isn't found in a gold or platinum status. It is found in the total friction of knowing exactly what a dollar is worth because you felt it leave your pocket.
If you want to be free, you have to be willing to look primitive to the people who are obsessed with their points. The path to real wealth isn't paved by 2% rebates. It's paved by the discipline to not buy things you don't need in the first place. But the credit card trap is the entry point into the frictionless economy. The same psychological triggers that make you swipe for points are being used by the buy now, pay later industry and the subscription economy to ensure your monthly income is spoken for before it ever hits your bank account. If you think the 18% points tax is bad, wait until you see the math on the subscription serfdom that is currently liquidating the net worth of the under 40 demographic. Stop earning rewards. Start keeping your money. Because in a system designed to make spending invisible, the only way to win is to make it hurt.